Hello everyone, this is Costa Capers for the ZX Spectrum, released on the Spectrum in 1986. This is basically a sequel to a game called Technician Ted. Technician Ted was kind of like a Jet Set Willy thing, except instead of collecting things, each room had a couple of boxes, and you had to hit them in the right order within a certain amount of time. Yeah, and it was quite an addictive little game. I mean, when you loaded it up, it's actually called the Chip Factory, as in silicon chips. I don't know quite why they changed it. Maybe they thought people would mistake it for a Burger Time thing or something. And this is the sequel. They seem to have lazily recycled the same playable character. So despite the fact it's supposed to be set in Spain, he's still wearing a lab coat. And it's not always obvious where you can actually jump in this game. You've got to find a camera and a roll of film, and then go to Spain and take a load of pictures and then have them developed at the chemist. In the original Technician Ted, there were hundreds of rooms to explore, whereas I can't get anywhere with this. Seems to be some disembodied glasses there for some reason, or sunglasses or whatever. No idea what that white thing is. Looks like somebody bobbing up and down inside a teapot or something. The sprites in the original were much better. Much bigger and more detailed as well. Oh, and it just got dark. There's day and night in this. Don't know what the point of that is. Presumably there's a time limit. Oh, look at that. It isn't always obvious which platforms you can jump through and which ones you're going to just hit your head on. This was full price originally, $7.95. Most of this game just seems to be faffing about with these flipping moving platforms, or lift on them for some reason. Some music in this game will drive you absolutely up the wall. Seems to be a version of that Aviva Espana. And yes, alright, I know Manic Miner had Hall of the Mountain King, but that was actually done well. I mean, I think there are just some bits of music that translate to a Spectrum sound chip better than others. Why did he just die when he landed on that moving platform? A tiny little jump. Right from the beginning, this game is an absolute chore to get through. And there are various other things you've got to collect. I'm not sure. There's the clock, you've got to collect that. I'm not quite sure what it's for. You've got to work it out, whether you can put up with it long enough to work these things out, I don't know. And what the hell happened there exactly? He just died while he was trying to get on that lift. And what a bloody awful rendition of Aviva Espana this tune is. Kind of like Streets of Rage 3. They were trying to do the kind of music that the Mega Drive sound chip just didn't have the capabilities for. The best tunes in that were when they stuck to the kind of things they've been doing in the earlier Streets of Rage games. And a passport there, which I presume you need to get into Spain. Home sweet home. See, if I lived in a home like this, I'd move house. Oh, you've got to follow these platforms. They don't just take you along automatically. And this just feels like the cheap cash-in, to be quite honest. I mean, by 1986, there were things like the Monty Mole games, that kind of thing. So much better. They looked much better than this as well. The graphics in the original Technician Ted was made a couple of years before this, looked much better than this. With things like Jet Set Willy, you get to see loads of different screens. I've been faffing about in this screen for what seems like forever now. He's just been killed by a moving platform. Not quite sure the sense in that. This is just slow, it's frustrating. It's full of a load of stupid, pointless puzzles. It just gets boring pretty quickly. At last. And now we've got the aggravation of trying to get across here. Oh, you're leaping completely into the dark. And look at this. In the original Technician Ted, if you fell down into another screen below you, you fell down once and died, and then you fell down again, and then all your energy would automatically just sap at one go. In this, you've just got to flipping wait till he's been faffing about over and over again. I don't know quite what the point of changing that was. I think obviously somebody thought, if it ain't broke, break it. I think we're going to leave it at that, because this is just aggravation through and through. He's just far too hard, right from the word go. He's impossible to get into, and even for 1986 the graphics just look really dated. Oh look, it's a bull ring, because we're in Spain, isn't that original?